Good morning, hello, good afternoon, good everything. I love you, stay strong. I want to share with you part of my story because I can look back now and not be too emotionally reactive to it. So you can too at one point in your journey. I'm a AIDS survivor, a HIV survivor for 27 years. I've had depression, suicidal thoughts, cancers, pneumonias, strange infections, a stroke, a bilateral stroke 10 years ago, which I could not walk, talk, move, or have a sense of self, think of any thoughts. I had a TBI, encephalopathy, encephalitis, and aphasia developed from that. But I am stronger, and you are too. Anytime you want to talk with me about this, please reach out and we'll share. Know that you can get through anything. You are strong. You are awareness. You are light. You are a warrior. You're before any story, any word. You're the stillness, the power, the healing before that. And I'm just so thankful I can share with you now, be here now, express myself now, confidently and with more articulation, all the practice and work I've been doing. You never stop working on self-love for yourself, no matter what you're handed from the mystery of the universe. You just get through it and you work through it. And you get the best from it. You make yourself a warrior, not a victim. And again, I mean, half of my life, plus half of my life have been ill. But all of this illness has opened up so much compassion and clarity in my soul. I've had near-death experiences, I've had awakenings, epiphanies. I've died a few times in the sense that my body has died and my mind has died. But I actually came back to this awareness now to shine the light that we all are. And to show you the resiliency that you are, the strength that you are. And don't doubt this. And don't be distracted now. And just know you are so loved. And that we are loved. We are positively strengthful, able, capable, intelligent, wise, giving, compassionate, silly, inclusive, all good. Nobody's good or right or wrong. Nothing to argue about. No more debates. The mind debates, the heart knows. The heart flows. The heart is unity, is love, is compassion, is kindness. The mind wants to measure, compete, debate. We saw what that did for us in this world. Creates division, creates unequalness, it creates loss and lack, classes, upper. That's all division, divisiveness. Before all that, there's just one flow of love, which we are. And I can tell you that from my stroke, in which I lost my whole sense of self, I became the ocean. I became nothingness for quite a timeless while, enough to be aware up there. Up is the crazy word. I mean, I can just say, we are more. And look me up, Richard Schooping, to find out more about my journey. I'm very transparent in this life. Nothing to hide, only to give my whole life, giving back what I've learned of the soul of myself. Because we're all the same. We're all the similar lights flashing through unique spectrums of personalities and experience. But you know, there's oak trees, elm trees, palm trees, it's just a tree. Same with human beings, same with everything. It's just names and labels. Before that, stillness. Everything's growing in stillness until we give it a name. The moment you label it, it stops becoming still, becomes a memory, a record in the mind, the matrix, which is not real. It's just a categorization of things. We're not things. We are soul. And if you're struggling and suffering right now, I love you. I tell you, it's more than this, no matter what. And don't look at the small things. Find the pieces of light, the pieces of hope in yourself, and hold on to those. And focus your mind, your heart, all your being on those, like a laser beam. And don't stop. And then realize there will be darkness, what we call darkness, and that's fine. We utilize that to make us stronger, to dig deeper into our light, to illumine more of that is really happening before the dark and light. It's just a one flow awareness, a consciousness awareness. And AIDS, stroke, and HIV, and depression have all been my illumination. Even though yours might be in a blink of an eye, or a car crash, or nothing at all, I can't tell you, but I'm only shining from my experience to you. If you had HIV, depression, suicidal attempts, stroke, aphasia, brain injury, then we resonate through that. It could take all this to wake us up. But again, I'm 54 years old now, and I can tell you and talk through this phone, this technology. You are so strong. You are amazing. And the days will be awesome for you. The more you love yourself. Don't stop loving yourself, loving what you think is wrong. Accepting everything fully. Accepting everything you call dark, depressive, depression. Work hard. Keep your body healthy. Eat good foods. Stretch. Laugh. It's a nice morning. It's amazing to be able to talk now about my emotions and not stutter and not stammer as much, and be more confident in my ability and my journey, and not being guilty, feeling guilty, and saying it's wrong. It just is what it is. You need to get that place where you just look at that neutrally and say, this is just what it is, what it is. It'll take years and years of many timeless moments, but layer by layer you will get deeper into yourself, into your healing, into your heart, because the heart knows the truth, which is we're all one. Which before even the idea of one, there's just a stillness. When you're in a room with people and you don't label anything, it's all still. It's just, there's just things around you. It's just you look around, you see what you want to call, I'll call that a blue chair or a special chair or a future chair. Before that, it's just your experience of that image, of that object. So the less you categorize or own that, just temporarily know that it's just a chair, but then let it go back to the flow. That's a way to flow through life. Utilize them as tools, not to define everything. They're momentarily glimpses of definitions that we are before, that we let go after we define it momentarily. The same with a stroke, the same with aphasia. You research, and with your own wisdom, your logic, when you find what it is, you go before that definition. But you utilize that definition in the handhold. So like, okay, it's aphasia, that's fine. Let me get before that, be still. I got a sense of calm, knowing I got a label to it, universal. Now work on myself. I'll self-love myself over and over and over again until that doesn't exist anymore. That idea doesn't exist anymore. And if it does, it's a friend of mine. It's an acquaintance. It's not an enemy. It's teaching me and showing me more of my love of who I truly am. More of the compassion, more of the giving, more of the resiliency. Allow everything to show you how strong you are, how loving, how beautiful you are. That is the key to everything you're experiencing. Let it show you more of what you truly are, more of what we all are, more of the light, more of the power, more of the compassion, more of the everythingness, eternally. Then you're always eternal, because within the eternal there's no definitions. When you make a definition, you've taken away that eternalness to it. Then it becomes infinite, but before the infinity there's eternity. So if you want to live eternally, don't define things, like just let it flow. You talk to people in person, you talk to them, but you're realizing that they're just stillness. You're realizing it's just a flow embodying in front of you as an expression of infinity, but they are blooming out of eternity. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to really, it becomes more natural. It's not thought about, it's just the heart kind of sees everything as one. Then the mind is a tool to separate things into definitions. And that's just enough, nothing more than that. And the more you practice this, the more you become still, and the more you love yourself over and over and over again, the more natural this becomes. And that for me has been the most immediate way and the most definite way to heal, to balance. The most dramatic topics in reality: cancer, AIDS, HIV, stroke, traumatic brain injury, aphasia, all these amazing, scary definitions are just words. Before those is always stillness, it's always love. Any word you want to give it, it's always God, it's always source, it's always prana, it's always chi. It's just always stillness before that. And this life has done, this experience has done nothing more than taught me that. That within this system you can always be still. And please come to We're Overlap. Richard Schooping and Robert Sidebottom. We can talk and share, interact more with better technology. We can share our original songs with you. And I'm happy to share more of my life with you, because many are going through this. And I myself still have, of course, go through waves and waves of up and down, what we call depression, anger, sad illnesses. My body breaks out with sores. I get boils in my butt. I mean, my mouth gets mouth sores. These things still arise, but they don't last as long because I'm not feeding them. The less you feed it, the less it is. What you stop feeding just dies away. That's just natural. And if the opus brought you any type of peace, any type of clarity, insights, then I've done my work. Because my life is now every day giving back from gratitude, because I did not think I would be here. At 54 years old, after watching all my friends pass away, husbands pass away, I myself passed away, came back. I've been to my lowest lows, my highest highs, in the middle way, which is always a way. So love yourself. You're it. You've always been it. Love you. Self-love. Don't look outside yourself for healing. The power is in the present moment. Realize that the more you're present, which means the less you define things, the more still you are within yourself, that is where the power comes from, the healing comes from. Meditate, be in nature, whatever brings you calmness and stillness, follow that bliss. I'm going to be back working on my new song called Alive. We'll be releasing that on our channel in a couple of days. I love you.